and welcome back to the Talking Wednesday podcast. God knows what number it is because I don't even think that number's right in the document. We always find it out. It's around 234, 33, whatever that situation is. It's around there somewhere. We took a week away. I was at a wedding, and then Jake's just got back from a wedding.
Yep.
It's been a lot of fun. The Scrappy Doo Boy is also here. It's all three of us today. Bit of a mega podcast. It will be normal podcast, and then at the end we're doing the draft. There's actually a fourth person. We're including our credited member, Caboodlefish, this year into our draft.
Because the live show was 234.
There we go. So 235. Will we make it to 250 before we cancel this whole thing because we're fed up of talking about Sheffield Wednesday? We'll see. Well, we've been going a long time, but Chancellor is wearing me down, boys. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, before we do all of that, Jack, how has your week been, my friend?
It's been good. My, well, I mean, you can see that I'm using my backup camera today for YouTube viewers or whatever, because my normal camera, for some reason, since the Windows update, won't get picked up at the moment by my PC capture card, so that's nice. But other than that, yeah, I've just finished my club cricket season and everything. I almost got a 50, actually, this weekend that I've just played cricket. But I've only just missed out on the Bowl Review
What's the name?
Award.
Bit young for you, that, isn't it?
You know what? For the love of God, I hate that this granny thing is a thing. I hate it with a passion. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Yes.
Good to hear, Jake. How's your week been, mate?
Oh, I've been busy. Very, very busy trying to figure out how to get to weddings and be at weddings, and then a 1-year-old trying to keep still during the ceremony. Just isn't it. Just didn't. He did his job of being
I'm going to be really unpopular and ban kids from my wedding when it happens.
I get why people do. Do. But at the same time, there was already there were 2 kids under 5 there anyway, so it was always going to be a case of thing, but trying to keep it. He did his job. He walked down the aisle. He wore a little suit. He looked cute, and that's all I've got for you, because the rest of it was a bit of a blur, because I generally just took a night off of everything, and it was lovely. But back in the swing of stuff, and just seeing what happened with this stuff that we call our club. How's your week been?
Again, as always we're saying, I've done a 6-day work week this week, back in the old days of the podcast. So because I had to change the things, shifts for weddings and stuff. But yeah, very busy, very tiring and stuff like that. I'm trying to fit in like gym life balance, like work life. I have some shifts that are quite late. Jake, obviously you know a little bit more about my work. You pop in and say hello.
Yep.
And things like that as we go through. But yeah,
from the shadows.
That's very upsetting.
Yeah,
that is very upsetting. But I've got my mate coming over at the weekend. In launch, I have decided to spend more of my time not clipping the Talking Wednesday podcast for the next few months, and literally using all the energy I have left to do FIFA content.
I'm gonna say.
So I'm doing a Wednesday career mode, but I'm literally gonna go and buy another like 4K Elgato card probably today, so I can just have it plugged in downstairs. You don't need my face on there, but I can have a microphone on, and that way I can just constantly have a rig set up downstairs.
You're doing
so I can sit and play FIFA and do it.
Time. Have a setup that you can just walk to, turn on, done, and then walk away from.
Yeah, lovely. I don't want to just. I might like mess around with a camera setup. But like, it's a pain in the arse downstairs because it's where we chill out, We have the little menace downstairs as well, who's running around like a chaos void. So if I have any cameras up, he'll just be knocking everything down. So there's that as well. But yeah, it's a case of
2 terabyte hard drive, a laptop, hook it up, and just back it all up to that. Done.
That's the plan. And then I've been saying to Soph, do you want to learn how to edit FIFA videos? Because I might be able to actually be consistent with
Wait,
them.
you taking the idea I have with our lass?
I might have been, yeah. Well, I started to like help Soph edit because we and Soph have been together for 7 years.
Yeah.
Like when we met, she was in the last year of uni. So I was helping her edit like final project stuff. You know, she was on my old, you know, remember that little Mac Mini I had, sort of thing. She was in 4th year of uni. I think she did 4. And it was sort of like helping her do all of that. And I was like, well, the one thing I don't have, I have time to record everything, but then it's the energy of sitting down and editing it all. You can now see Jake's bust because he's had to change camera because his camera crashed. But yeah, as I was saying, Soph might, but I don't know. I'll still edit a lot of them. I'm doing the RTG as well because I am so excited that you can finally Evo goalkeepers, fellas.
Yeah.
Which means I can actually do a proper RTG. And I've decided that I'm going to allow myself something in if the power curve gets stupid. Like I stopped when they gave everybody Ronaldinho last year because I was like, how am I supposed to compete with a Wednesday RTG here at this stage? There's no Evo that can get me close. And then I'm coming up against bang average players, but that Ronaldinho can just carry you the stuff. And I'm trying to drag these players through. So I've decided to allow myself, if that happens, like lone players of like one of those players. If they give everyone a Ronaldinho, I can use it as a lone player until I can get an equivalent Wednesday player, if that makes sense. Or I get somebody like who's trained with us, for example, like Cantona or something like that. So we stretch it a little bit that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be bringing the RTG. I'll be bringing all of that. It's gonna be fun. And my mate's coming on the day it gets early access released. So I don't know if the content will be out straight away, but it will be around.
Are you?
We're talking Sheffield Wednesday.
Are you taking advantage? Are you taking advantage of the being able to do like point deductions and potential, basically having a transfer restriction as well? So you can do that on career mode now.
I'm thinking of doing my career mode for the first time with Youth Academy.
Right, get you.
So the first season, I'm not allowed any transfers.
Yeah,
which I've never done. So we might do that.
That'll be fun.
Because that's Wednesday's actual situation. So I might do that for the career this year, and then from second year onwards, I'll presume we've got a takeover or whatever, and see what happens.
Do you know what does look good?
Yeah.
Football Manager 26. The trailers look very, very good. Very good. It looks like it visually compares with FIFA now. Or, well, EAFC.
I've been debating, like, because I stream for a living now, do I just come home sometimes and have the setup here with Football Manager on up here and just stream on YouTube for the evening and chat to people? Sod Twitch. Twitch is dead to be now.
Twitch is going
much.
downhill very rapidly.
Yeah.
And it's...
But the Football Manager stream might just be a way to hang out with people, have a laugh, see what we can do. But anyway, Sheffield Wednesday, we are going to talk everything first. First, I have to do something. I was as taken out of the blue, by the way, when Jake had a certain interview on his channel. So I just wanted to say on the podcast, I had no idea. So when people have tried to drag Talking Wednesday into this, stick it, right? I didn't say anything to Jake. This is my first time. Usually Jake will say, oh, by the way, I'm about to blow something up. He didn't. I was a little bit like, what the F, my friend?
It literally just happened, and I wasn't expecting it to go as mental as it did.
Because usually I vet things to make sure that, like, if there's going to be blowback from something, like one of these idiots does something, that it's not going to, like, drag in people going, oh, it's a small pod. What's that small podcast saying, etc. Things like that, right? So, Jake, I just want to talk to you on the record. Obviously, nothing off the record here. How did that go about? What's the legitimacy of this interview that you feel? Why were you in the position to confidently give that sigh airtime, etc. What was your thought process with it, and what is your opinion now, even with hindsight, sort of thing, in regards to the validity of that interview, what was said, etc., and any key points that you want to mention here?
So I've been in my comment for good number of years. He got locked out of one of his old accounts, and then we went on to email for the last 6 months. Now, everything he said, I get a message 2 weeks later going, look, that's now come true. And it was getting to the point where things he was saying were coming true a lot. Now, if you watch the pods, a lot of you will have done, you'll notice he mentioned about the stadium. A week later, the stadium came out. He mentioned about coaches from Man City. A day later, there's an article by Cran about coaches from Man City. Now, on the takeover bit, the one thing I will say is remember who everyone is dealing with, aka DC. We do say that if goalpost moves, that's where it all changes. Now, he's still very confident that there's going to be a takeover from what he's been speaking to me about. But again, we have to remember who we're dealing with. There have been people who have had it where they've been confident something will happen, or you only have to look at last year when we have the situation with Michael Smith, all set to go to Wrexham. He scores some goals, goalpost been moved. We had it with Lee Gregory to Derby. But we want an extra loan fee. We want a bit more on top. So there is that solidity of it, but there's a lot that he said that has come true, and it just got to the point where he said he wanted to do it on my channel. He said, I feel comfortable just doing it on your cause, got that relationship there. But
yes.
But he was sick and tired of stuff being put out by himself in the comment section. Then it happened, and people go in the comment section, he got this one right again. So I thought, give him the platform, let him say what he knows or what he got that he can say, and then go from there. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it to do as well as it did. Like, genuinely, it blew me away. Because as anyone knows, this isn't normally my stick. I'm normally the person that waits a bit, sees what happens, kind of thing. But I just got to a point where it was getting silly, where things were happening and things he was saying were coming true a lot. So it had like the backup as sources for him doing that. And I got months and months of emails where he got certain things that haven't been put on like a YouTube comment thing where he said, and it's happened. So it was one of them.
There's also a case of like, I think sometimes we've spoken about things from said person occasionally, and do we mention this on the podcast and stuff? And I always tell you, I'll only ever hint something or mention something on the podcast if I can corroborate something with two sources. So sometimes there'll have been things that I have also heard, so then we have pushed it into the podcast, etc. I understand, like on an on background sort of thing, if somebody has been consistently right to you, Jake, why you would obviously platform. Especially because it does look like a lot of what was said was right. I think the takeover thing is obviously going to be that hill that people go, he's talking out of his arse. That's going to be the one
that people go and be.
So for our listeners, talk a little bit more about what he said about the takeover, because obviously Talking Wednesday wasn't involved with this. So for our listeners, let's talk.
On the takeover talk, he said that, and he put a time limit on it as 2 weeks. He reckoned it was going to be done in 2 weeks' time. So I think you're looking at potentially
probably next weekend.
Or next weekend. I can't.
Something like that.
Something like that. But he basically said he thinks it's 100% all happen. There'll be an announcement from the FL or the club and it'll be done. But he did turn around and say goalposts will get shifted. Now, he did say there are bits of paperwork and stuff with the FL as well. So there is stuff with the FL that is ready to go if they can get everything agreed and nothing changes in between. But again, how many times have we had it that things have been ready to go and then it changed because of the ownership? So it's a case of wait and see. It's the one part of it where you look at it and you're just like, you're praying that bit goes right. Everything else that he said in it, it'd been nailed on. We just need this last bit now. And we all want the same thing. So all the whole infighting and go at people, we all want the same thing. And for the longest time, people have said they want people to come out and say stuff if they know stuff, if they have got credibility. He got credibility. I've sent stuff to you in the past, and we spoke about it. And I've got other people who have been backing it up as well since the interview as well coming out. So it backs a lot of stuff up.
Yeah, I think the Takeover one is the one thing that is possibly not going to happen. And because let's be honest, Jake, both people that we've had people talk to us in the past, and we've had takeovers like, yeah, this is happening. And we know that conversations have happened, but it is that goalpost shift from Chancery always that keeps getting in the way of it. Yeah. Which is why I was talking about how hopeful I was when the EFL were actually being like, right, no, that money's not going to UDC, it's going to the club, etc. Because it was my sort of force his hand when we heard that other people would be involved in selling the club other than him, which would be beneficial for us. But yeah, in terms of the situation, takeover-wise, did he talk about any parties?
He didn't talk about any parties, no, but he said there were 2 or 3. Well, he talked about, but he didn't say who they were. He knew that there were 2 or 3 and knew that there was one deal on the table ready to go. And
given on background of where you know this person, without giving anything away, would you say this person is in a position to actually know these things?
He works in around football. He's not someone that just works at Wednesday. Him and his wife work in around the football as a whole. Okay. Well, I wanted to say this was not. Because I thought you handled the typical Wednesday pushback in fighting quite well, Jake. You didn't rise to it, which you usually do, to be fair. Yeah, I do.
So I was quite pleased to see that, because I was like, because that's when I'd have pitched in and go, right, we need a chat, because we didn't talk about this interview and now you're fighting with the fan base. But it's a case of like, I was pleased to see that, but also I want to say, like, this isn't Jake saying this is happening. This is Jake giving somebody else a platform. Right? Yeah. So you can believe that. That doesn't mean Jake is saying this is happening. This is somebody who has these claims saying it is happening. Okay? And Jake wouldn't have given them the platform if things weren't right in the past. That's not to say everything this person says will be right.
No.
And also a case of, we've had a lot of people that are in the know, right? And with Deshron Chansiri, you can even be in the know. But I know very well that even people close to him aren't in the know. Nobody knows. Like, the captain of our football club has no idea what's going on. The manager of our football club has no idea what's going on.
Find out the same way we do on Twitter.
Exactly.
It's one of these ones where, at the end of the day, I've given them a platform. They said what they said. Believe it, don't believe it. At the end of the day, I've got enough in the bank from him to have very good suggestions that it could happen. But again, I keep having to remind people, the person we're dealing with is someone who's the unknown. It isn't how many times.
And also, I reckon if I'm going to guesstimate here, I'm going to say that the information that this person is getting is from the other parties, not from the Deshron side, because we don't hear anything from the Deshron side. So actually, information that I have heard about other things as well has been from parties that have been interested, etc., has trickled down from the interest there, rather than actually. So it's very easy for it to get to the Deshron stage and then it be done, right? I am kind of tired of everybody just talking about it. I am losing all confidence that this is going to even resolve without us going into admin. I saw people yesterday were like, there was pictures of people in the black and gold scarves and stuff buying a pint.
Yeah.
So not even our fan base are united on it. If it means a takeover, Jake, great. I just wanted to ask, because I had obviously never heard about the Sai thing. To be fair, it was mainly mentioning you. but there was a few comments around the podcast and things like that. And I was like, right, hang on. I just want to say something right when we're back.
Yep.
It wasn't a Talking Wednesday interview. It could have been a Talking Wednesday interview, to be fair, but it wasn't. We weren't too sure about that on there. I wanted to give Jake a chance to speak on the podcast about it. And hopefully, you know what? He's right. And the takeover does happen.
Yep.
But no guarantees from the Talking Wednesday podcast. And it's not our word there. It's not even Jake's word. Jake was just giving someone a platform. So there you go.
I'll put it this way.
It's just an
if
interview.
Anyone's watched
It happens.
my stuff over the years, this is well out of left field for me to do. Like, anyone watched my stuff for years, this isn't my normal tack of doing stuff. But it was the one where I had the information. I've had good information from him. The fan base have this stupid thing where they want information, but then when information comes out, they don't want it because they don't believe it. It Cat-22. It is what it is. At the end of the day, let's hope something happens with it. But we need to all stick in the same situation and have it that we're united in wanting DC out.
Agreed. Right. Let's talk about something just as cheery.
Yeah.
Sheffield Wednesday lost 3-0 to Bristol City. Punk, talk us through this match.
Oh, God. If we had Little fell where it was good, Harry and Matt darted and looked good, but then unlucky on the own goal. Literally, the ball was going wide and it just hits him and it goes in. As much as we spoke about Horvath being quite decent at times, shut your leg, mate. Shut your legs. Because you're getting beat at that near post every time. And it's so annoying, but the goals are identical.
Did you just call him Horvich and then told him to shut his legs?
I think he's been spending a bit too much time in the red light district in Amsterdam, hasn't he? On his the off season.
The goals are identical. There's a ball over the top or ball in behind and no one back in position. Every time we go on a break, that's where you transition it. They're going forward to give people more players to help with. But as soon as they're on the counter, we ain't got the legs to have people running back for it. Like, you can even now see it. You're starting to see it more and more now in Iorfa. Hasn't got that extra yard of speed he used to have. And by the first half, 3-0 down, it was pretty much game. They could have been 4-0, 5-0 up, to be fair.
Yeah.
Second half, we came into it a little bit better. He made some changes. Ugbo and Charlie McNeil came off. He brought on Cads and Jamal Lowe. Helped a little bit, tried to get a bit more going, but it was the day, really. It's how the day was. And you could see that there were things they were trying to do, but we just don't have the squad depth. We don't have the people there to play this style of football at the moment that we need to. We need free agencies in to help with the depths and stuff and a bit more experience, but we can't do that yet because we're not allowed to get free agents in. So we're in this really stupid position where there's, unlike other clubs where if it's not going right, it'll immediately sack the manager. You can't sack your manager in our position. Who else is going to come in right now, realistically, to do it? Because there's hardly anything. And
it's not a managerial position. You can't even blame the players, can you?
It's nothing to do with playing staff, manager. It's all from top down and it's all trickling down. Because it's now all trickling down, they're doing the best they can in a situation they should never be put in. In a million years, they should never be put in this situation. But we're going to have more and more games like this, sadly, it feels like. There were good bits of play, but keeping the ball's an issue. Trying to be able to move the ball without losing it quickly. And you can tell the players are frustrated. They're trying to do something, but by the end of that game, apparently there were 20,000 there. By the end of it, there's hardly any. A lot went at half time, and there
was not 20,000 people in that stadium.
Now, and it's gonna get lower and lower. By Chris,
they're lying about attendances now.
The problem I got come the winter period, where I think anybody who's going to games and support the protest, where it'll fall on its backside. Because people will be cold and people will want a hot drink. They will want to go get a tea and coffee or a Bovril or get some gram because they've just come from work or something like that.
I don't think we're pushing hard enough, and I don't like calling out other fans, but we're not. Like I have genuinely debated stopping covering Wednesday full stop for a while. I've genuinely debated it in my head, Jake, because I've had enough. But because this isn't like before, Jake, you know, you and me, we started this podcast in a relegation season, and yes, we were miserable and stuff, but this is different. This is the apathy from the owner. This is a different scenario. This isn't like just the football team's playing bad, so let's feel woeful because we're bad. This isn't football in merit. This is bad business. Yeah. And it just feels wrong. But let's keep on topic a little bit with Bristol City. Jack, anything to add?
It just felt like it feels like we had no shape. So we'd be all right in possession, but then passes would be going astray, and then Bristol City would pick it up, and they'd just immediately all absolutely rush as fast as they could towards our goal, and we couldn't cope with it. Like, the central midfield just collapsed. Bannon dropped down into being a centre half. Like, the fullbacks didn't actually get back far enough to cover cover their wingers, so they were just putting crosses in, and it was like there was just this vacuum in the centre of it. Like, to me, it felt like we really needed a Stuart Armstrong or someone alongside Bannon. But again, we can't do that because Chancery won't provide any sort of proof of funds to the EFL, which means they go, oh no, actually, no free agents for you. You haven't given proof of funds that you can actually fund it.
Because he ain't got them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it's in the document, but the Grimsby Town ticket situation's quite interesting. That statement was put out very late. But
he basically he knows they're going to boycott, so he's trying to claw money from Grimsby Town fans now, saying sell 2,000 more tickets. You have to sell all of them, or you're not having any of them on that extra 2,000. And he's grabbing,
It's just mental. But again, we can't. I'm not like saying we had no shape, we had no this, that, and the other, because we can't really blame the players at all, because there's a lot of them that are under 21 players last season, and they've been thrown in at the deep end before they were ready. They needed a loan spell this year to like a League One or League Two club, probably. But and like you were saying as well, Jake, Iorfa doesn't seem to have that marauding leg power anymore, and so he can't cover it. And then Otigbayo,
even our better players are injured. Like Bernard, we'd probably be fighting more in games, Jack, if we had like Chalobah, if we had Bernard, if we had Pierce Charles. Yeah. Like, if you think about it, we've kind of lost, on top of all the crap we've had, we've lost the spine.
Yeah.
We've basically got an injured spine of the club, which would probably keep us up if they were fit.
Yeah.
But then we don't have the depth of squad to actually be able to give them decent cover before they're back. And it's like,
genuinely, a team that had Charles in net, Bernard in that centre-back, I don't care who's around him, Bannon and Chalobah in the midfield, and then Cadamartri up top, that would stay up.
Yeah.
But we won't have that this season. It won't be fit enough to do. That's, if you're going to pin anything on it, like, yes, we would have the players to stay up, but injuries happen, and now our depth is children.
Yep.
I felt sorry for Harry Amass, who looked all right, and then he scores an own goal in his debut.
I felt, but the thing is,
like Jake said, it wasn't
no
really
shots on target isn't good enough. This is where we should be bringing in support.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I mean, just with the own goal, like Harry Amass, he couldn't help that, really. He was running back to cover.
It's one of them awkward ones.
That's where it fell, and like that's just how the cookie crumbled with that one. But it seemed decent.
Worry,
it's on his record now, though.
But yeah.
I have a worry.
Yeah. It's one of those that's on his record, and it should probably not be given as an. They're just awkward, aren't they? Those. But yeah, we managed to keep it to 3. United have sacked their manager. Sells has got sacked this morning, hasn't he? So,
and it's a third time return.
They conceded 5 to them. You are.
It's a third time return for Mr. Ham and Cucumber Sandwich Face. It seems.
Yeah, it does look like that.
You know what,
It also seems that I was quite pleased that we seemed to consolidate on the 3. Do you know what? Because that could have got embarrassing, that Bristol City game.
Yeah.
And we actually went, no, well, you know what? 3-0 down, that's embarrassing enough. And we locked it for the second half. And I'll take that, actually. I know that's how bad that sounds, but that could have been a cricket score.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what?
But we dug it in the second half.
Biggest worry for me.
And
no.
Yeah, the game was gone, let's be honest. But it could have been 5, 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah.
So, because Bristol City are a good side this season.
They look
really,
very
really good side.
They look very, very good.
So, once it was gone in the first half, I don't think we're in a position to try and fight that back. We've not got the players, so you dig in and make it less embarrassing. Let's go to the League One review. It was Ipswich 5, Sheffield United 0, which saw the nail in the coffin for Ruben Sells. You were doing a great job. Don't agree with that decision whatsoever. Oxford 2, Leicester 2, Charlton 1, Millwall 1, Preston 2, Middlesbrough 2. Lots of draws there. Watford 0, Blackburn 1, Stoke City 1, Birmingham 0. Oh dear. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bristol City 3, West Brom 0, Derby County 1, Wrexham 1, QPR 3. I think we won't be close to QPR this season. They seem to be pulling away a little bit. They seem to be doing all right. Swansea 2, Hull City 2, Coventry 1, Norwich City 1, and Southampton Pompey is as we speak.
Yeah.
Is live. Middlesbrough at the top of the league. So a Borough going to be Premier League bound. 13 points after 5 games. Stoke City in 12th. It could be a return of the old Premier League if them two go up.
God.
Bristol City 3rd. So that's who we were playing.
Yeah.
On 11 points. Leicester City 4th on 10 with West Brom joint, and Coventry on 9 points in 6th. At the bottom, Wrexham are just above the relegation zone with 4 points. Oxford United with 2. Wednesday are in 23rd with just the 1 point, and then Sheffield United are at rock bottom with no points after 5 games.
Can I make a worry for January?
City
of
Sheffield. You what? Sorry.
Can I make a worry for January? You do realise we're going to lose Jan Valery in December and January because he's in the AFCONs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know if anyone knows that, but they qualified, haven't they?
Yep.
So we are going to lose Jan Valery, and you could tell in that game he was blowing out his backside.
Yep.
That was a visceral image. Right. Let's get into the news. A sad one, but a worthy career. Lee Gregory has retired. Jack, what have you got to say about Lee Gregory, former Sheffield Wednesday player, League One playoff final winner, the man in the mask?
I mean, he's one of those, he's going to always be one of those players in Wednesday history that goes down as like would you say he's a legend? Because I feel like that group of players is legendary for what they did. But the
word legend is thrown about too much.
He's a hero. There we go. He's forever permanently going to be a Wednesday hero for that 2 years in League One, getting us back up. And it's just, he's had such a long career, and he's effectively like one of the big, I feel like he's going to be one of those big names of the EFL that everyone always talks about. Like, you know how everyone always talks about Adel Tarabd at QPR and stuff like that. I feel like Lee Gregory's earned that status as well in all of that. And I'm
not sure, you know. I'm not sure, because like on a general EFL thing, I think that's Wednesday tinted glasses, to be honest, because of what he did for us. I actually see that's like players like Bannon, do you know what I mean, that have that level. In terms of EFL sort of thing, I can see what you're trying to say. Don't know if I agree with it, but Lee Gregory, he's a lad, isn't he? He was so good for us. I'll just never forget that game where I was stood next to you, Jack.
Started his career very late, came into football really late, similar kind of situation as Vardy, came in late and then managed to take advantage of it and do well in non-league and get the move to Millwall.
Are you speaking really fast, or are you on 2 times speed?
I shouldn't be on 2 times speed.
Does he sound slightly odd to you as well, Worko?
I think he's just speaking fast. I think he's...
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
But yeah, anything to say on Lee Gregory, Jake?
Really good player for us, really good servant. He's had a very good career. we did have the thing when we had him, we were questioning when would it be the time where he hangs up his boots, because that was something we had said in the past, where are we going to see how much more of the career we're going to see after us? But good luck to whatever he does next.
Yeah, I can't say any more than that. I'll always remember just that promotion season with him. Lee Gregory was just such a good goal scorer. He found himself into the right position. He had a great football brain, and again, we could have done with that sort of fighting spirit this season. You know, that sort of football brain with us.
Yeah.
But he's retired and a success. Was he 37?
37, yeah.
37.
Yeah.
Free transfer.
Good innings, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we converted him from being a boyhood United fan to now being a Wednesday fan.
Yeah. I also like that Wednesday was in his photo twice.
Yeah.
You noticed that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. In his retirement photo, Wednesday were in it twice. So he made sure he was at the front and he had the trophy at the back. Love that. Okay, let's talk about the idiot again. Sheffield Wednesday Trust find major Desh von Chancery revelations as business details service. This is from the Supporters Trust. Thanks to the recent improvements in the official Thai company register, data the trust has been able to build a clear picture of Desh von Chancery's Thai business interests. The research gives the most detailed view yet of the financial capacity behind Sheffield Wednesday's funding. The key findings were: Mr. Chancery is a director of 19 Thai companies, many of them small, loss-making or dormant. Combined profits from these businesses fall far below what is needed to cover the club's losses. Dividend income from his Thai union shareholding adds to this, but still does not bridge the gap. This raises serious questions about the sustainability of the club's current funding model and what happens if this external funding is reduced or withdrawn. We have pressed the EFL for transparency, and they have confirmed that some, if not all, of the source of the owner funding has been via loans. However, we have been unable to get clear answers about the proportion of loan funding, who the lenders is/are, or the size and terms of these loans. Oh, God.
You know what?
Right, we kind of knew that.
Right.
Go on.
How is it that you are allowed to have it that you run a football club where it's loans? Like, I know you get it where you get people who come down from the Prem and they'll do a loan against their TV money kind of thing. You see that a lot. But loans with an S, it just goes to show you how much has he overspent just to try and make this work for himself, because this can't be fun running this now for him, surely. This can't be fun.
And also, this adds more legitimacy to Sai, Jake's source, because he actually said in that interview that the construction company of his used to be his big cash cow that provided a lot of funding for the club and all the rest of it. And since COVID, I think he was saying since COVID and just after that, the construction company's gone down the pan, and now Sheffield Wednesday were his big cash cow. And that actually also explains why we've not really ever really been spending anything in that time, because of the fact that he's been supping out money potentially from Wednesday to fund these other companies in Thailand, maybe, if that was a big generator of revenue, like we've seen with the 12.5 million per year that the fan revenue brings in. And it's just a very funny thing of like, where is the money going? Where is it gone? Where is it going to come from? And like the fact that they can't find where these loaners actually are that are giving him this money is even more sinister. Like how it's. I'm going to be quite interested to see when the regulator comes in November, what kind of things that they unearth, because they will have that governmental power to actually properly dig deep into this and find out the A and B of it all, like where is it coming from, who's it from, where's it go, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. And I've noticed, because I had a look at the full like detailed report, and it's that, you know, that weird shady thing of like there's about 5 different businesses registered, but they actually are all the same entity, if you like. There's about 5 different companies that are actually all that one same construction company, from what it seems in the report. And it's just sort of like, It's very weird. But then again, look at the fact that Sheffield 2 owns the stadium and Sheffield 3 owns the stadium, and then there's another Sheffield company that owns something else of Wednesday, and it's like it's that same weird like book.
Well, you remember every time
it's moving the money around.
Yeah,
it's typical tax movement, isn't it?
Yeah,
clearly. Like,
look at when we do the books and how many times like we look at the book. We'll have an episode where it's the accounts. And there'll be a bit where we're talking and Dex will literally go, that don't make sense. Why there's nothing here? Like you look at Elevate and you look at Blue Steel Energy.
Yeah.
You can't buy it. You cannot buy the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I recall every time I do those accounts, there is those holes where I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
It's really funny.
Like,
you can pinpoint it exactly every episode where you get to it on the accounts as well. Because I've gone back and watched some.
Where's the pot?
I've gone back and watched some, and I can see it on your face where your face is just going, what?
What? Yeah. Like, how was that? But do you remember as well? It was like, I think it was about a year ago. It was one of the fans' forums, and it was after the accounts had come out, and they made a big point of being like, yes, there's a payment of about £2.5 million or 2.3 million pounds, and you're not allowed to ask about that, and you're not allowed to ask where it's gone and why it's been paid. That. And all that sort of stuff. And it was
that was last
weird.
January.
Yeah,
that was
January.
That was this January.
So weird.
That was in the period when we were everything was going on with Danny, and then the whole loan
that was the interview where he melted down with Danny. Yeah. And he said Shay Charles wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. That was the same thing.
It's just so dodgy, innit? It's so like, it just, I don't know.
The dude is on borrowed time. I reckon he could unearth some skeletons that he doesn't want out, this government regulator. So it's probably in his best interest to flog the club.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
Yep.
But he's not gonna. I'm kind of getting resigned to the fact that he's not gonna.
I think
he's going to be dragged out of there.
He's too stubborn to admit that actually, he needs to just like, it's that pride thing, innit? Well, I don't know if it's pride or what, but it's sort of like it's like a defeat. It feels like he sees it as a defeat to him to sell this club to somebody else rather than...
He would rather the club burn than have a situation where the club is without him because he is that egotistical. Genuinely, like, if I was sat, on the Chancery seats now, and I would be looking at them every single session, and this is not me saying do things, by the way, because you can get arrested for that in this country now. But I'd be looking at it and I'd want to kick it off his hinges. Do you know what I mean? Like in the stadiums, like the fact that the ego of a man plastering his name over everything. He would rather see that club, that stadium, everything just go if he's not around
the one in charge of it. Yeah,
he talks about, I wouldn't do anything to damage our club. That's not true, because there's been conversations where he talks about, like,
you said in the past,
selling off the stadium. He'd happily put flats.
I'll go. Or then he came around and said,
he will, and then he'll say he wants to sell the stadium and put flats on it.
Yeah.
Or he's had find me buyer, people finding buyers. Doesn't happen. I think the thing is, again, it goes to what we said at the start. Wherever there's a chance to move a goalpost, he will. On everything. Like, when he comes, the thing is, for me, the thing that's getting me, the big thing, we are so used to hearing a statement from this man all the time about everything. And he's so quiet. We have heard nothing since the 12th of April. So like 6 months now that he has not said a word.
Yeah.
And with everything that's going on, the thing is, what is it? We are on the 14th of September. Is it 2 weeks time? Wages need to start getting processed?
Of course, yeah.
HMRC will be coming around the corner.
Why do you think he's pushed for the Grimsby tickets? Everything he's trying to get every little bit of. And do you know when people say, he's bought a drink? I saw somebody on Twitter last night who usually is with the protest go, but he's just buying a drink. That 12p profit's not going to do it. Right. I don't think people realize how much revenue and turnover gets you month to month. Forget profits and there's only £12 profit on that sort of thing. It's 5 or whatever quid. I've not bought a drink for a long time. I don't like queuing. I don't like queuing in stadiums. But it's a case of like
you don't queue full stop.
Yeah, I know. But it's a case of like it's turnover, it's revenue.
Yep.
Yes, it might not be profit, but in the short term, any money in, it's cash flow.
Yep.
My question: how long do the people who are coming into the stadium to sell things go, we're not selling you any more stuff because it's not costing us anything. It's costing us money being here, so shut it down. We're not going to have drink. We're not going to have this.
Well, that's what the hopeful thing is. Yeah. I think you also legally have to be able to provide water, etc.
Yeah.
So, and
great.
facilities.
Great,
so.
because that works on the cop and the North Stand in the toilet, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think legally you do have to. I'm sure somebody will correct me on that in the comments, but I think legally you're meant to. But
you've got to have running water. It's a legal thing. You absolutely must have it, even if it's cold.
But it's another mess of Dejphon Chansiri.
Yeah.
Right, look, lads. There's talks about Henrik wanting freezing. There's no point us going into that topic because he ain't getting them. No. Let's be honest, right? Injured players are away. They're not back for a while. Pierce Charles, he's going through his treatment slowly, etc. We've got Pompey coming up. That's going to be you two lads on that podcast because I'm very busy next weekend.
Yep.
So, do you feel like we could get a result, maybe, Jake?
No. Honestly, if I'm brutally honest right now, if we get a result and it's a draw, I'm celebrating it like it's a win. I know that sounds daft, and if we won it, I don't know what I'd do because this is...
Well, the 9th, and it's currently 0-0 against Southampton at half time. They've got 8 points.
Yeah.
We ain't getting anything, Jake.
Yeah.
Unless you think different, Jack.
No, I'm in a similar boat. I feel like statistically we have a greater chance against the relegation fodder teams. Or well, not fodder, but
they're not
the relegation scrap
fodder,
teams.
though, are they?
No, not this year. No. But then
we are.
Yeah. It's just
that's us, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Right, lads, shall we have a little bit of fun even though it's going to be miserable this year?
Yeah.
Right. The Talking Wednesday draft returns. Yeah.
No, it's not going to be windy.
So, our winner who doesn't turn up for anything, Worko, with that trophy. We will have shields made. We will have things going. As I said, this is going to be a 4-person draft this year. It was going to be 5. I had invited somebody else. Their invitation will stand probably for next season when we have more players. But credited members is a thing I want to do. We could have more and more people in this, by the way. We might even set up 2 drafts. If you want to support us at the credited members tier, go and do it. You keep the lights on. There's no money in this game for us, so I'm just basically eating it out of our pocket. Credited members at the £5 tier as well. If you can't reach credited, no worries. Jump in at the £5 tier. A few of the... I was thinking the other day, literally, if we could get to a point where we had like 50 to 100 of those, I wouldn't have to think about funding the podcast all the time, right?
Yeah.
So if you have the capability to do it, that's there. But Caboodlefish has been a legend, supported us for a long time at credited tier. You'll have seen the name. Andy, great guy. Me and Jack hung out with him at Wembley, didn't we?
Top chap.
Had a lovely burger at our hotel,
yes.
I think, at the time. Was it? Was it a burger?
I think it was.
Yeah,
It was very nice.
But Andy is joining us. He's not joining us today. He's giving me a list. He's busy. We had to put it again. Our schedule and it's been fun because Jake's got children.
Yep.
He never mentioned it. He never.
The way it's going to work this year, we're only allowed 5 players, not 6. Do you know why?
Because mathematically, we only have that much players for we only have that many.
We
players.
only can have 1 forward because otherwise you're having a forward that's not got any chance of playing. So it's 2 defenders, that's including the keepers.
Oh boy.
2 midfielders, This is going off the Wednesday website, so you might want to pull that up, lads, and have a look at the definitions. Wednesday first team and 1 attacker. Okay. Now, Andy has sent me his list. Because we're already a year into this now, the order is already kind of established. Andy is just the wild card.
Yep.
So we could do the thing where newbie goes first, newbie goes last. That's a choice between us all.
I think newbie goes first. Because we
same.
obviously are established in this. I think newbie goes first. Personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then this is the order of picks. We're going to start with defenders, as we do, right? And it will go newbie first, so Andy first. Then Jake, because he came last year. Then me, because I came second last year. And then Worko, your picks last. Okay? And then it'll go like that all the way through.
Right.
All right?
Nice.
Which means, Jack, we're screwed for forwards, but there we are. Until the first change, basically. So the way this works, just in case you didn't know what ours is, and feel free to do this along at home, take some pics. Let us know in the comments week on week when we're adding points up. If you want to know how I work the points out, we do it on... I can't even remember the site I use. I'll find it. I basically find the stats, and this is how I work it out. Let me find the document. Oh, my God, we have so many documents now. Where is the draft document? So the way the points work, and I might change this slightly, but basically player of the season rating, and that goes for all the player of the seasons, the Wednesday one, the EFL, if somebody gets in the team, etc. That was 10 points. I am making awards 15 points this year, so bigger. Right. Okay. And I'm going to do any of the season. So I'm also going to put in there this year goal of the season. So whoever gets our goal of the season gets 15 points. Somebody will get that, and we will vote for it.
Right.
Right. But we won't be tactical with it, because let's be honest, we'll decide who's good. Like Windass had that screamer last year. He got a goal of the season. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's still going to be 5 points for man of the match, 2 points for the starting 11, 1 point if you make the bench. It's 5 points for a 10 rating, 4 points for a 9 rating, 3 points for an 8 rating, and 2 points for a 7 rating. Good luck, lads, on ratings this year. Goals are 5 points, assists are 4 points, penalty saves are 5 points. So if you're thinking goalkeepers, they are there. Half a point per clearance, block, and key pass. And that's the way it's going to go. Actually, this is the way this will work then. So let me actually work out the new order. So if Andy is first, so it would be I'll tell you what, lads. I've got a better way of doing this.
I feel like this year's draft scores are going to end up becoming like more of a golf score than a cricket score, aren't they?
Yeah. It's going to be low. Right, I've picked the same numbers as I picked as last year. So we've got 18, 29, and 43. I don't know why I had those numbers last year, but I do. So one of those is going to be assigned to defenders. One of those is going to be assigned to midfielders. Just this, because this is going to make it more interesting. And one of them is going to be assigned to attackers. So, Jake, you were last. So, give me a number that's 18, 29, or 43.
43.
Okay, so we're starting with midfielders, which means the midfield order will be Andy first pick. Jake, second pick.
Yep.
James, third pick. Jack, fourth pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 18 or 29, Jack?
18.
Attackers a second. Okay, that is going to make it interesting, because now the order will basically, Andy goes to the end of the row now and everything moves up one, if that makes sense. Does that make
I
sense?
think so.
Yeah.
Let me see. Because I can't do it like last year where we all get a first pick because there's 4 of us. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So instead, it's just everybody's gonna move to the end of the queue. So it does mean the winner never gets a first pick this year. You get a second pick, Jack, but not first. So that means Jake is first pick on attackers. I am second. Jack, you're third. Andy's fourth. Which means the last one we're going to draw is defenders. Which means I've got first pick. Jack has second pick. Andy has third. Jake has fourth. But we'll be doing that twice, obviously.
Yeah.
So, let's start then in that order. We're going to start. Have you got the teams up? So the players that are available for midfield, and we can have 2 players each, are Fusire, Ingleson, Jamal Lowe, Barry Bannon, Chalobah, Shipston, Fernandez, and Thornton. So the first choice on midfield is Andy. So let me have a look who Andy's going to get Bannon from me. I can feel it now. What's he sent me? Let's have a look. Who's his first pick? So Andy's first pick on the list. Interesting. Jamal Lowe.
Oh.
So Andy's first player is Jamal Lowe. So I've got second. No, I haven't.
No, I haven't.
Jake,
Second.
it's yours.
Barry Bannon.
You have. I've got third. So who do I want? I'll take Savante Ingleson.
God damn it. God damn it.
So that's yours then. Last one.
Right, well, Bruno Fernandes is injured and will be for the foreseeable future. Chalobah's going to be injured for a long time. You know what? Because he keeps picking him, I'm going to go with Sean Fusire. Fusire.
Okay. Right, let me have a look and decide whether we just do 3 defenders instead. Because, this is so bad, lads.
It really is, isn't it?
Yep.
This is so bad. Because we all get another one, but there is only 8 midfielders.
Oh, damn it. I just realised. We
What?
might also lose Sean Fashiri to the AFCON. He's Zimbabwean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I've changed my mind.
Oh.
We're going to do a 4-player draft.
Okay.
So, at the end, we're all going to pick a random number for the order, and you can pick a player from anywhere
Right.
to add. Because that way we don't have to double up on chaff for the midfielders. Okay?
Yeah.
So, we're now going to attackers. So, Jake, you're first.
Calamatri.
Jake's winning this year.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
He is.
I'm second on attackers. Oh, no. See, this is a hard decision because you go McNeil or Ugbo, don't you?
Yeah.
Do I back him again, even though... My heart kind of says back him, lads.
You go Nugbo.
But my head's saying go McNeil. Do you know what? Because he's going to play in the cup. I'm going to go Ugbo.
Ah.
Fair enough.
So, third pick is Jack.
I'm going to go Charlie McNeil.
So, unfortunately, I'll have to go down to the fourth player on Andy's list, I'm sure, because I'm sure all those three would have been at the top.
Yep.
Yeah, they were. Kabachi. So he's got Kabachi. Oh, this is such a depressing draft. We're going to need an asterisk next to it on the trophy this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so defenders. Oh, it's me first.
Yep.
Right, this is where I need to be strategic. Who's injured, lads? Just off the top of my head. It's Bernard.
Bernard and Guilia.
Yeah.
Who?
G.
G. The one that scored the screamer in the cup.
Fiquera.
Dequera,
Yeah. However I said it.
Yeah. See, the big thing is you go, do I take new lad Harry Amass? Points. Do I go all reliable? Valerie's an interesting one, isn't he?
Yep.
But there's AFCON. How's Max Lowe looking injury-wise, lads?
Played at the weekend.
He saw me right last season and I was gutted when Jack took him, so I'm having Max Lowe. Second is Jack.
I'm going to go with Iorfa.
That's solid. He'll play.
We'll
get 2 points every week from him. Andy is third, so Palmer. Interesting. Okay. Jake. You've already got an elite team, man.
I know.
You've got the only players that are going to score consistently.
You know what? I'll go with a Mass. No, you got a Mass, haven't you? Yeah, no.
No.
I'll go Mass.
Nobody took him. Right, okay. So that's 3 players each. A shorter draft. Obviously, half the players we had last season, so the points would be completely different. Andy's team is currently Jamal Lowe, Kabachi, and Liam Palmer. Jake's team is Barry Bannon, Kadamatri, and Harry Amass. What a team.
Jesus Christ.
What? Mine is Savante Ingleson, Ike Ugbo, and Max Lowe. Jack's is Fusire, Charlie McNeil, and Dominic Iorfa. Right. Okay. I can do this, the wild cards in the other order. So, I'm picking last. Fair is fair. So, this would go, everybody moves up one. So, Jack gets first wild card. Andy gets second. Jake gets third. I get last. Pick one more player from anywhere, Jack, and it's yours.
Pierce Charles.
I was going to do that, you git.
Damn it!
Long-term investment. Even though he's injured right now, he'll be coming back.
He might get robbed off you before he is back. Yeah. Now, remember, we have the interstitial thievery points. But he's there. I was going to do it for the long term as well. It'll be just before Christmas. It might be actually, no, it could be in 4 weeks when the international break. We'll see. It's Andy's. So Andy, let me have a look at like his top list of players who he's not managed to get so far. Anybody in his top list? Yeah, so Andy's next choice going off his list would be Valerie, if he gets Valerie.
Right.
Jake?
Long term, Bernard.
Clever.
You really are going to win this thing this year, you know, Jake. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you really
Jesus
are.
Christ.
Okay, Henrik Pedersen. It'll always be in the touchline. I'm going to go short term, and I'm going to go Horvath.
Yep.
Because I reckon by the time Charles is back, we'll be at first steal territory.
Yeah.
And first drop territory. So I'm going to take the points for him in the short term. Because we're still not doing minus points, guys. We don't have to worry about that.
Yay.
Yeah.
So the draft for the 25-26 season, the starting players will be Caboodlefish has got Jamal Lowe, Kabachi, Liam Palmer, and Jan Valery. Jake has got Barry Bannon, Kadamartri, Harry Amass, and Deshaun Bernard. I have got Savante Ingleson, Ugbo, Maxlow, Horvath. Jack has got Fusire, McNeil, Iorfa, and Pierce Charles.
I won't lie.
How are we feeling, lads?
That Savante Ingleson could be a very clever pickup, though, mate.
Yes.
Maybe. He's doing very, very well this season, isn't he? So it will start the draft from the Grimsby game onwards.
Right.
So hopefully, Ugbo gets an hat-trick.
Yeah.
Because remember, cup games count in our draft.
Yeah.
We're feeling confident?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, you guys let us know in the chat who you would pick in the draft. Join us along. Drafts will be going live first on Talking Wednesday Extra. You can get access to those for membership and above. Early access, usually of like a week or so before we publish them to everybody to keep them updated on the draft. So yeah, get yourselves in there. Join along with us in the comments. And that's it for this week's episode of Talking Wednesday in general. Jack, have you got anything to add before we go today?
Just keep looking after yourselves. Chancery is hopefully going to be gone in the short term or long term future. If it's not going to be sold before the regulator comes in, it's certainly going to be something to do with the regulator that gets him gone. So we just have to keep sticking at it and keep sticking at the protest because it is hurting him. The not pounding the ground campaign is getting to him. So keep that going as well. And no matter what happens to Wednesday, we're all still Wednesday, aren't we? You know?
I'd like to think we are, my friend. Jake?
With everything that's going on at the minute, just look after yourselves. Try and find other things to distract yourself from the Wednesday situation. It's very difficult to do, I know. But at the end of the day, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Keep trying to support the boys on the pitch, even though it's getting harder and harder. But at the end of the day, we're just going to try and stick together as one.
I echo everything the boys have just said there. Take care on the rest of your week. I'll see you in about a fortnight now, guys. I will let the children play next week. As Sheffield Wednesday's motto is this season, let the children play because that's all we can bloody do. But yes. Take care, guys, and we will see you in the next episode of Talking Wednesday.
See you later.